Hi, I'm Guy and welcome back to my new 2-meter anniversary any percent no bug jump video guide. In this part we're gonna focus on Egypt, the third country in the game. But before we get started, I need to mention something that came up after I released the last part. In the last video I said that no one actually knows what causes the movement bug where you stop after every swan dive. Well, it turns out that someone did know. Specifically, doing a single roll forward immediately followed by a somersault activates the bug. But regardless, rolling forward twice is still the way to fix this. As soon as you load into Egypt, do a short jump forward followed by a long jump and get an airwalk from that rock. Get another airwalk from this ledge that you're standing on. I'm backhand springing through the room here, but you don't need to do this. Next we move on to the left side of this room and move into this niche here. I always do this backwards, using that line on the floor for orientation. Once you're on the niche, you turn around and move towards the platform on top of the entrance. You need to grab that ledge, so let go of aim and then jump very quickly. Also make sure that you grab the ledge on top of that pillar there, that gives you a faster climbing animation. Now things get tricky, because next is Temple Skip, yet again one of the hardest tricks in the game. The collision of this wall is pretty weird. You can see when I walk up against it that there's quite a bit of distance between me and where the wall appears to be. Especially when I shoot at it, you can see that the hitbox is much closer than the actual wall. If the hitboxes were visible, it would look something like this. In contrast, the hitbox of the platform that Lara's standing on right now is actually the size that it looks. That means that a part of the ledge on the side of the platform lies out of bounds. If we can grab that part of the ledge, then we can get out of bounds. This is easier said than done. If you just hold on to the ledge and try to move over to the out of bounds area, you won't get very far. The invisible wall will stop you. You can get closer by running down the ledge at an angle, but you still won't be able to move left. And if you pull yourself up the ledge, the wall pushes you back in. What you have to do is walk up against the wall at a slight angle, jump just before you reach the ledge, and while you're falling, hold right. If everything worked out right, you're now behind the wall on the ledge. If you pull yourself up, you continue to be out of bounds, and by jumping left you will just jump into the void. This trick is easy to fail. If you mess it up, you will fall down and then you will have to deal with the panther below. You basically have to try again, and these panthers are some of the most obnoxious enemies in the game. It can sometimes take forever to get back up. What you actually need to do once you're out of bounds is pull yourself up the ledge and then get an airwalk from the ledge without clipping back in bounds. That is the hardest part of the trick. This airwalk is very finicky. I have a sort of consistent setup for this. Once I'm up the ledge, I look forward and then I tap left a few times to avoid getting pushed back inside. Then I aim and tap backwards once. Then I do a long jump on the spot to get as high as possible and then again just tap back once for the airwalk. This isn't exactly perfectly consistent, but it is better than nothing. If you miss this jump, you will sometimes fall out of bounds. If that happens, you need to continue from the last checkpoint. Unfortunately, the fastest way to get a new airwalk is to go past the panther again. Once this trick is complete, we move around the room out of bounds. From here, we can reach the back of that gate over there, and I want to emphasize just how significant the skip is. By going through that gate now, you skip the entirety of the level Temple of Khamun, and if that wasn't enough, on top of it you also skip the entirety of Obelisk of Khamun, the next level. So this is basically a 2-level skip. Before that, we need to lose some height for a loading trigger. Walk up against this pillar here until Lara has completed 2 steps. Then move towards the gate and roll into the doorframe to load the next area. You need to be very careful about this. If you walk up against a pillar for too long, you will clip back in bounds. Move behind this pillar into the corner and back roll against the wall until you can't gain any more height. Then start moving through the corridor. When moving under this frame on the roof, be very careful. I recommend rolling forwards as to not lose any height. Then let go of aim and quickly jump on the ledge. Get an airwalk from the ladder and then keep moving. Normally you're supposed to get 2 Ankh keys that are in puzzle rooms, but this isn't glitchless. The area on top of the gate doesn't have collision and you can get an airwalk from the top of the gate. This is the area in the run where the most FPS sliding happens. Next, we get an airwalk from the left of this balcony. Then side roll against the cliffs to get under the balcony. And then roll against the rocks forwards until you're underneath this line here. Then start going backwards. This part is just as simple as backhand springing through these corridors. I usually like to remember that there's 6 pillars on the right so that I know exactly when to turn. What you're about to see now is the riskier variant of getting through the next room. Once you've made it here, you're safe, but it is very much possible, even though unlikely, to get sniped by one of the centaurs. The safe alternative is to go around the pillars like this. I don't know if it's possible to get sniped here, but if it is, it's never happened to me. Insert the Skion of Qualopec and then airwalk over to the other side for Tiokan Skion. Once the gate is open, try to get to the exit and dodge the enemies. There's 3 cutscenes here to skip. Then there's a quick time event here that's just right up down. There's one more cutscene to skip and then you can Alt F4 through the level transition. Hi, it's me again. That didn't take very long, did it? Both the video, cause it's only like, what, 7-8 minutes long? And it also didn't take very long from the last part to this one, at least compared to like the time period between I made the Peru and the Greece one, because that was really long. I once again want to give a shout out to the Tomb Raider Discord, or Tomb Runner Discord server, which is what it's actually called. I kept saying it wrong. One more thing before I'm done. If you're wondering how I got that intro footage of like the cutscene area, that place just exists out of bounds behind the last room in Egypt. It's just lying around there. You can use an airwalk to unload the room and then move around the entire place to get there. The ground there is solid too for some reason. And aside from that, that's it, that's the end. Thanks for watching. We'll see us again in the next episode, which is gonna be the conclusion of this guide. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see us in the last part one more time. Yeah, thanks for being around. Bye.